Hey everyone, I'm Marbozir and welcome to Hearts of Iron 4 multiplayer co-op with Kelvin.
Hi everybody.
And we're going to play as Belgium and the Netherlands.
Yay, suicide.
And yeah, we'll try to not get rolled over by Germany in 1939 or 40.
Don't
but no
worry.
promises.
It's fine. We can beat the Germans.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, well, let's get things started. We have industry to build.
Yeah,
and
a lot.
very little space to build it.
Actually, I'm surprised with how many factories Belgium starts. 12 civilian, or 12 civilian factories.
I start with 13, so not much more.
Yeah, and 6 military.
Here's the real problem, though, is how little space we have.
Yeah, actually, our main problem is going to be manpower. I start with 35,000 manpower, which is like nothing.
Yeah, I only start with 19,000. To be fair,
Yeah.
I can go over to Indonesia, say, hey, colonial divisions, get destroyed. There we go. Now I have 57,000. Much better. Clean house in Indonesia. You should probably also consider doing that in your African colonies. Side note, you might be able to stash a few factories in your African colonies.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, so, there. Now with my colonial divisions, yeah, we don't have much manpower to work with. The good news is that right now we currently only use 1.5% of our recruitable manpower, and there's always scraping the barrel for 25%.
Yep.
So what
Sure.
we have now, we can get, as much as 2.5 times that. A little more. So, or 20. Yeah. So 15 times that or something. I don't know. Either way. So we're not as bad off on manpower as you'd like to think, but in the early game, we're not going to be able to build a very big army.
That's an understatement of the year.
Are you saying that we aren't supposed to be conquering the world?
I thought this is the world conquest as Benelux
Yeah.
game.
Seems legit. Alright. Well, I'm about ready to unpause you.
Yep, I guess I'm ready.
Yeah. I am unsurprisingly not going to be using my shipyards, everybody who will yell at me in the comments about my free dockyards. No, I don't have enough steel to bother using them. And two, yeah, you know what? Germany can have naval supremacy. Fuck it.
But don't you want to beat the German fleet?
No, not really.
Uh,
I really wish I could figure out how to dismantle my battleships and, get manpower back from them, honestly.
yeah, I don't have any. So hey, you have an advantage there. At least you have some. I got 0.
Yeah, I just wish I could figure out how to delete a fleet. Does delete key work? No, didn't think so.
And I got whole 20 fighters. Go me.
I don't have planes.
Well, I'll take planes over a useless ship.
Yeah, I have 22 submarines or something like that I'd love to be able to use as well. But I also can't figure out how to rebase them across the world. Like, I've got a bunch of ships in Indonesia, but I just can't do anything with them. Yeah, and let's go to speed 2 and see how things go. Oh, wow, you actually start with mechanized?
Yep.
Wow.
Not a lot of it.
Wow. Or motorized or whatever.
Dude, I have like whole 1 mechanized division or motorized division.
To be fair, that's a whole infinity billion% more than I have.
But it's not like they will win a war on their own.
Well, says the one who only has 1 border province to worry about. I think 1 mechanized division will be perfectly fine.
I'll probably end up having 3.
Yeah.
Because Luxembourg. Let's be real.
I mean, you could end up having a lot more depending on how badly France does.
I wouldn't expect France to do very well. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. The thing I've
Said
learned
everyone
about
ever in history.
Yeah. Never trust your allies. That's a lesson that you as a Polish person have taken to heart.
I mean, you saw that thing where France won't even attack Germany if the border is completely empty.
I sent you that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I wouldn't expect France to do very well.
Hey, that's, you know what? I'm fine with them not attacking Germany. It just means more German land for us. Divvy up the Reich.
Yeah, or more Dutch land for Germany.
Quiet, you.
Hey, they need living space, apparently.
Lebensraum.
Mm,
That's the German word I'm butchering, right?
yeah, you're probably butchering it.
Alright. So, I only start down 2,300 guns. That's not terrible. That's almost reasonable.
I start with 4,610 weapons.
What's your deficit, though?
Few thousand.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's a lot easier to have a much smaller deficit when you don't have a massive army.
Yeah.
Now, if I was down...
my army is pretty big considering how small I am.
Yeah, well, Belgium's needed it.
Yeah. I got 8 infantry divisions.
I have a grand total of 8 divisions.
And I got infinitely more fighters than you.
Yep. Yep. So,
Which, to be honest, probably aren't going to do a whole lot, or they're gonna get shot down.
hey, I don't know. I mean, maybe, you know, the RAF will do something and help you out.
They will give me air experience. That's about all they will be useful for.
Yeah. Since I don't really think you have the production to dedicate to building more of them.
Yeah, not really. I mean, I leave one production line with one factory just so that I'm building some for reserve. Mostly to get some air experience to use for variants later.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a later there will be. I think it's either we take Germany or Germany takes us. But maybe in that war against the Soviet Union it'll come in handy. That's what I love about you, Marbs. You're so optimistic and thinking ahead.
Well, I mean, the Soviet Union usually gets non-aggression pact with Germany.
Well, I'd left AI historical focuses on for this one, so they will get a non-aggression pact with Soviets.
So I think we'll need a plan better than we hope to not die.
I mean, I've got a pretty good plan. Like, I plan right now, build civilian factories for about a year, build military factories for another year, and then for about a year, build land forts.
Yep.
That's pretty decent plan, I like to think.
And you have a lot of provinces to build land forts in.
Yeah, I know. Like, at least the bottom half of my country is protected by a river, sort of.
Yeah, that kind of helps.
Yeah.
But the north part?
Yeah, that's kind of wide open plains. Perfect.
And Amsterdam is on that side, let's just say.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Amsterdam's on the north side of the river.
Yeah. Otherwise, you could just hide behind the river.
Yeah.
And they are all plains, which is definitely not helping you.
Yeah.
At
Wide
least I
open
have some
for a
forests.
German blitzkrieg.
I mean, I only have one border province, and it's a forest. So that's pretty good.
You got the bloody Ardennes there protecting you.
Yeah.
And again, I suppose that was the thing. Nobody ever thought anyone would drive a bunch of tanks through the Ardennes. And then suddenly, Paris was in German hands.
Yeah.
Alright.
In my game, when Germany declared war on France, France just completely melted.
Yeah, I did a test game of this, right? And before 1940 even rolled around, before they even started to go around the Maginot, they were through the Maginot and driving on Paris. I'm just like, France? France? Oh, dear. Now, I'm hoping that won't happen again, but... You know. Good news, you appear to be able to mostly keep up on Speed 3. So we'll actually get to go a reasonable speed for the series.
Nice.
I wouldn't push it much beyond that. I mean, this is intercontinental multiplayer. But...
I have whole one general. And he's a mountaineer and a hill fighter. You know, for all these mountains Belgium has.
I have a panzer leader for all my tanks.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay, now I want to ask you this question. The Panzer Leader has the bonus, armor speed plus 5% hours.
Mm-hmm.
The bonus, I repeat, is 5% hours.
That makes no sense.
It does. It's just written extraordinarily poorly and hard to understand. In essence, I believe it means in kilometers per hour.
Okay.
But for some reason, they decided to write hours.
Right.
I have no idea why.
Mm-hmm.
I also have Fortress Buster for all the forts I'll have to attack.
Yeah. Hey, maybe you'll decide to take the Maginot Line yourself.
Yeah, when the Maginot Line just falls, we'll have to go back and retake it.
That does sound like a pretty likely scenario, to be honest.
I know. That's the sad part. We have more faith in ourselves holding than France behind the Maginot.
Yeah. Poor France. Nobody believes in it.
Alright.
You ever try actually playing France, by the way?
I have.
Is it actually
easy.
hard, or does the AI just suck that bad?
The AI is just... I want to call it bad, but that's an insult to bad AIs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it lost the Maginot Line.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I mean, maybe it's done deliberately to keep it historical.
I have to assume so. But yeah, the Maginot Line, for anyone counting, provides an attack penalty of minus 15% for each fort level, and there are 10 fort levels.
Yeah.
Each direction will reduce it by 25%, but there's nowhere on the Maginot Line you can attack it from more than 3 directions, so Germany should always be attacking at negative 100%.
Yeah, you need a lot of bonuses to overcome it, basically.
Yeah. There's literally no way it should ever be lost.
Yeah.
On top of that, it's all like hills and mountains.
And then you kind of can't really attack it in the south because there's a river, and river is what, minus 68%, I think?
Yeah, and then on top of that, on the other side of that, mountains.
Yeah, so
Level
there's just
10
no
fort
way you can
over
do
a
it.
river into the mountains.
Yeah, and mountains are what, minus 60%, I think?
Yeah.
Yes, so there's just no way. There's no way.
Yeah, like the flattest you get is plains in the north. Yeah, there's one province of plains to break through.
Yeah.
That's your only hope.
Mm-hmm. And you can attack it from 2 directions.
Yeah, so you're taking a minus 125%.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the spot where you have to break through.
Yeah. I mean, you have to get it below. You have to get the penalty. You have to get a bonus of at least like 26% to even do damage.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
It's pretty bad. Anyway, I should probably start my exercises. I totally forgot to do that.
Mm-hmm. And then if they are even semi-competent and entrenched, there's just no way you're going to do it.
Don't worry, it's France. You don't have to worry about them being semi-competent.
You know, Poland actually starts with a general or field marshal that has 30% entrenchment bonus. It's actually quite nice.
Yeah, that's your saving grace right about there.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially since you have grand battle plan, actually. That stacks really well.
Poland has some nice generals. There's also a field marshal that has plus 10% the maximum planning bonus, which is also pretty good for offensives.
Yeah. If you can get like in your case with a field marshal like that, since you can assign him to the entire army, yeah, I'd be like all over that. I'd be grand battle planning.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten to the point where like you can use the battle plans, and sometimes they're good.
Yeah.
But I find a lot of the problem when you're doing like multi-person wars is that like the front line just starts to shatter and break apart when people start occupying different things. And so then you're stuck with like 8 front lines and 8 holes in the line after just like moving up 3 provinces.
Yeah.
It gets really awkward, and then your troops don't function properly. I found it a lot easier to just let the AI take shit and then just demand it later for my fair share of the war score from them.
Is there any real reason to give a shit about these African colonies?
I mean, they do provide you with a bit of resources, and you can stash factory there. Otherwise, no.
Yeah, most of them don't have slots. 0 unlocked slots, 0, 1. They have whole 1.
Hey, don't diss it. It's a whole extra factory.
with a civilian factory in it. So they provide me with one civilian factory.
Hey, that's a civilian factory. At least.
And 2 tungsten. That's all the resources I get. 2 tungsten.
Yeah, my colonies are a little bit better.
Mm.
They provide me with rubber and
Yeah.
oil.
Rubber is nice.
Yeah.
Rubber is like the biggest bottleneck in this game if you're not with the allies.
Yeah, if you're with the allies, you're swimming in it, though.
Yeah, good luck getting rubber if you're at war with the allies. Have
Yeah.
fun with that.
I've pretty much learned that if you want to fight the allies, you better be willing to build a lot of synthetic oil factories.
Yeah, pretty much. Or take the provinces with rubber.
Yeah,
You can always do that.
yeah.
Wow. There's one single province here with 268 rubber. Holy shit.
Shh. That's nothing. Look at friggin' Singapore.
848. So just invade Singapore and
Yeah.
you
On
solve
top of
all
that,
your rubber
300
problems
tungsten.
forever. Yeah. That's
Like-
actually insane.
There is 1,200 resources in that province.
Yeah. In one single province.
Yep.
How is that even remotely balanced?
I've come to the eventual conclusion that Singapore is single-handedly the most developed region in the world. It's more
Yeah.
developed than the whole of England.
Yep, apparently.
It's just a giant rubber factory.
Yep.
Alright. So, have you thought much about which doctrine you're going to go down?
I'm not quite sure.
I mean,
Let's
as far as
see
I'm
if I-
concerned, the only
Let me
two
check
options...
if I start with anything, because I don't think I do. No, I do start with one in the Grand Battle Plan.
Ah, I see. I start with a blank slate on it,
Hmm.
so...
I mean, the plus 10 max entrenchment bonus will be nice early on.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Grand Battle Plan isn't terrible, but what I don't like about it is that there are like no soft attack bonuses in there.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's just breakthrough. Oh, there's one soft attack bonus, plus 5%.
Yeah.
Boo-hoo.
If you can get down to level 3 superior firepower, I think it's worth it, though, because you get all infantry, defense plus 20%.
Yeah, that's probably better than the entrenchment bonus from Grand Battle Plan.
Yeah. Plus you get the delay tactic at level 2, which is actually pretty good.
Are there a lot of land doctrine bonuses in this focus tree? Probably not, if I had to guess.
There's the army and then doctrine 1 and 2. So you
Mhm.
get a total of 3 doctrine bonuses. So you can totally do it, yeah.
Hold on, I'm not seeing it.
It's on the
On
army.
the, oh yeah, I see it, yeah, on the far left.
You get army, doctrine, and doctrine 2.
Okay, so 2 bonuses.
3, actually. Our army effort gives you a doctrine bonus.
Okay, that's not too bad then. I
Yeah,
could
you get-
probably make
you
it
get
to the
3
third one.
equipment and 3 and 3 land doctrine bonuses, so it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I think I'll switch.
Yeah.
Especially since I already played until 1942 with Superior Firepower Doctrine, and it's so damn good.
It is. Oh, is it so good?
It's probably the best doctrine line.
Well, that's the thing. Like this, the concept of superior firepower is conservation of manpower and trading, and trading your industrial capacity instead.
Which, especially in our situation, is going to be pretty damn important. We
Yeah.
simply do not have the manpower.
Yeah, that's true. Mind you, we don't exactly have the industrial capacity either, but
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
We'll have to take land to get more factories. That's what it is.
I mean, hey, there's a lot of factories right over the border.
Yep.
Like that Rhineland there, that's got 10 factory slots right
Yep.
down below it. The Moselland has another 10 factory slots, and all the steel we'll need.
Hey, there are a lot of factories in France as well. I'm just saying.
Yeah. That might come into play eventually. Who knows? We might have to do some invading. No. That said, as much as I'd like to invade France, I'm not going to worry about that yet. Far more important things to worry about. Not being invaded by Germany.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and by the way, before
Hmm?
anyone asks, I'd like to point out that we will be staying democratic.
Mm-hmm.
For extra
For hard
time.
mode.
Yeah.
Because going fascist is the easy mode here.
Yeah, going fascist is easy mode. We had a bit of a conversation before we started recording, where Marbozir got to look at the default focus tree for the first time since he's only played Poland.
Yeah, yeah.
And oh man, he came to the same conclusion everybody else did. Holy man, fascism OP.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And I mean, even without all these bonuses for fascism, going fascist would still be easy mode, simply because you join the Axis and you don't have to worry about Germany invading you.
Yeah.
So even without these bonuses, fascist would still be easier. But then you get 7.5% maximum recruitable population.
No extra
Just 7. Yeah, but 7%, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy good.
Yeah, that is. Like,
and
even
by
if you're
going
scraping the barrel, 7% is an extra third.
Yeah, not to mention you can also switch to extensive conscription without being at war, which is additional 5%.
But to be fair, you probably don't need it.
Yeah, but you can get extra 2.5 compared to
I mean,
limited
really,
conscripts.
the real kicker for fascism is that you can switch to war economy without being at war.
Yeah, that's too. Yep.
That's the kicker there.
But in our case, every little bit of manpower will help.
Yep. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure by the end of it, we'll both be on at least all adults serve.
Yeah. Oh, I have a 15% political power gain guy. Might be worth it right at the start.
I went with a captain of industry to improve my civilian factory building speed.
I don't think I have that.
Yeah, darn.
Oh yeah, actually I do.
Huh. In that case, I recommend him.
Yep.
Okay, 58.5. Not bad. The good news is at least some people are buying my oil. And the Soviets are buying rubber from me a little bit.
A little bit. You have like 500 friggin' rubber.
Yeah, but the problem is everyone just buys the UK's rubber instead.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, the UK is the primary exporter of rubber in Siam. So I don't get to sell anywhere near as much rubber. That said, as Belgium, at least Switzerland's buying some of your steel.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, everyone's too busy buying the goddamn United States' steel. Yeah.
Because, you know, it makes more sense to have it delivered from the US rather than buy it in Europe.
Yep. Yeah. A lot of countries seem to like to cling to the largest producer of a thing and buy from them. So.
Even though it would make no damn sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
If you are the logistic cost.
Yeah. I'd go for the biggest damn producer I'm not going to be at war with on my continent.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to use convoys for it. Then again, I do have 500 convoys. I can probably buy from whoever the damn well hell I please. Alright.
You know, it will be funny if this ends up being like a free episode game because we'll get destroyed by Germany.
You're diving into an early army effort, aren't you?
Yep, I want that land doctrine bonus to start switching over early.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I'm going down the more conservative industry path. And then get all 3 of the construction efforts. That's and then I'll probably be grabbing the. I don't know. I guess I could go for the military factories first. That might be worth it. I should probably grab the extra research slot. Yeah. I'm not actually sure if I'll get to army effort, because I might want to go down political effort as well and get deterrence for the extra military factory production speed. Which will also play a bit of a key role at some point.
Will you have enough slots for all of that?
What do you mean enough slots?
Well, once you run out of slots to build factories.
Yeah. But you should be rushing the industry techs right now. Like, I'm currently...
Yeah, I am researching 2 out of 3 industry techs.
Yeah, I'm currently researching 3 out of 3. Or no, wait, 2 out of 3. Yeah, I'm researching a doctrine. Yeah. Like, once you get construction effort 2, yeah, it'll help. The British Parliament debates intervention in the Benelux region.
What?
Okay, who's going fascist around here?
I'm not.
No, it's you.
No.
You have 11% fascism.
Well, I don't know what from. I don't have a fascist advisor.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't go above 20% or Britain will invade our ass. Just an FYI.
I think it just starts with 11.
It might.
I have 0 daily change. I'm pretty sure it just started the game with 11.
It might. I've never seen Britain do that early, though. I know they need a minimum requirement of one of us having 10% fascism for that, though.
Yeah. As I said, I'm pretty sure Belgium just starts with 11%.
Yeah.
Because I have 0 daily change.
Yeah. Secure Belgium. They've completed the Benelux intervention. One or more of the following must be true. More than 20% support for the communists, or more than 20% support for the fascists. Pro tip, don't go above 20% of a non-democratic party. Or else.
I mean, you can, if you want to, if that's your strategy.
That's a pretty bad strategy, I'm afraid. I mean, might just drive us into the arms of Germany, who knows. That said, is it about time we made a cut?
Yep, I think so.
Alright. Well, in that case...
Thanks for watching, everyone. Even though not a whole lot is happening just yet, but there will be.
Hey, speak for yourself. I built a whole 2 civilian factories.
Go
I
you.
built a whole 3 civilian factories. Haha! Yeah, okay. Not a lot has happened.
I'll finish mine in 4 days. So thanks for watching, everyone.
See you next time.
See you next time.